What's up, guys? It's Carley with FasciNATIVE English, where if you are finally ready to take your English to another level and to begin speaking English like a native English speaker, then you've come to the right place. So, let's get into it. What's up, guys? I have a slang phrase for you all today, and the slang phrase for today is cold turkey. You heard me right, cold turkey. But what does cold turkey mean? Well, cold turkey just means in a sudden and abrupt manner, all right? In a sudden and abrupt manner. Cold turkey. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, I am doing a little Thanksgiving themed month of idioms, slang, phrases, expressions for you all. Cold turkey. There's a reason why I want to explain it to you all this month. Yes, it is a very good phrase to learn because it is super common, but also it's the holidays, you guys. It's almost Thanksgiving. Why not teach you the slang phrase cold turkey, right? It's the perfect time of year to teach you this. If you see me this month having a lot of videos about turkey or food, mind your business. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just because I want to be in the holiday spirit and Thanksgiving's coming up. So what better time than now to teach you guys all these slang phrases, idioms, expressions about food or food related. Today's one, cold turkey. Even though the word turkey is in it, even though cold turkey is an actual thing that you can eat, it doesn't have anything to do with food.
Wait, what?
There are many slang phrases and especially idioms that are food related, you would think, but the actual meaning has nothing to do with food.
What?
Cold turkey, like I said, just means in a sudden and abrupt manner. So the story I have for you all today is a good one. I mean, in my opinion, it's a good one, but it's also a very sensitive one, emotional one.
Women, so emotional.
For me, because it's me just being true and honest to you guys, all right? And you know, it is YouTube, and I know I can get a lot of hate comments, and I know I can get a lot of people telling me things that I may not want to hear, but I want to be very transparent with you all on my channel. So I want to tell you about something that I struggled with and still continue to struggle with.
She's on drugs!
And it's nothing super bad. It's something that I think many Americans struggle with, but I am one of the many, and it's food. I know, I think you guys were thinking like drugs. Were you a druggie? No, I was not a druggie. Smoking, drinking, fist fights, dirty talk? No, none of that. It's food. I struggle with food, and my relationship with food has always been very rocky ever since I was a little girl.
I have an addiction, sir!
I've always had like an emotional attachment with food, and in 2018 I realized this. Like many different times before, I have tried to change my relationship with food. Like, you know, basically my whole life I've been on some type of diet. My parents noticed very young that I needed some kind of help, so they tried different things for me. Nothing really worked. When I was in high school, I did actually kind of find my groove, and I got a personal trainer, started going to the gym, dieting, and I lost a lot of weight, and I was able to keep that off until I got pregnant. And then of course I gained a lot of weight back being pregnant, and then again, it was like a struggle for a couple years. And when my son turned 4, my oldest son, on his 4th birthday, I realized that it was out of control. My health was so out of control. And I don't, am I tearing up already? Oh my goodness, emotional. No, it was just like a very big slap in the face, which is
Another expression that we use.
for me, it was eye-opening. I did not know that I had let myself get this bad. I did have a lot of things going on in my life. I was recently divorced, and I had just moved back from Korea, and it was a lot of stress. I was trying to find myself here in America again and find a job that could support me as a single mom, and also find a place for my son and I to live on our own. And it was very stressful times, but I really let myself go, and I just resorted to whatever was cheap, not necessarily healthy. I would just get the cheap food and not the healthy food, which honestly, that's a huge problem that we have here in America, The healthy foods are very expensive, and the cheap foods that are not good for us are inexpensive. So what do you think we're going to choose? Especially if you're going through hardships and you don't have a lot of money, you're going to choose the cheap foods because you don't have money to spend on the expensive foods, but you still have to eat. So unfortunately, the cheap foods are the ones that aren't good for you, the ones that make you gain weight, or the ones that make you get diseases, you know? I had just chose the cheap route and eating whatever basically for 4 years. Ever since my son was born, I kind of just ate whatever I wanted. But on his 4th birthday, I realized I have to change. And this is why. My son got many different presents and he wanted me to play with him. You know, mommy, play with me, get down on the floor, you know, play these toys with me. And I really wanted to as well. I was excited that, you know, he had received many gifts from his friends and family that year. And I knew as a single mom that I wasn't going to be able to give him a lot for that birthday. So I was really worried. But of course, he had really great friends, and I had really good friends and family that were able to buy him, you know, little things for his birthday gifts and made a really good birthday for him that year. So I wanted to play with him, but I was so unhealthy and overweight that getting down on the ground, getting back up, trying to like play, you know, these toys with him made me winded. Like I was like, like heavy breathing, you know, and I realized I don't want to live my life like this. Like as of that time, I thought I'm the only one that he has in his life, my son. I'm his mom and he's going to need me because, you know, it's just us now. Eventually I met someone who is now my current husband. Thank God for him. I love him so much. But at that time I was like, it's just me and you know, to my son. I changed cold turkey just like that. I literally cut out everything unhealthy in my life. I was like, if I continue down this path, I'm not going to be here for my son. It's like a path of destruction. I'm going to probably get some kind of disease or be so overweight that I'm going to become a burden. And I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be that person. I just changed. Literally at cold turkey, I stopped doing everything that I knew was detrimental to my health. And I began doing everything the right way that I know that I would benefit from. And of course I'd had help. I had a friend who was previously a personal trainer, and so he knew how to like show me the ropes. He kind of helped me a little bit here and there. And then I had gone down this road.
I've been down this road. I know what I'm doing.
Many of times, like, you know, dieting and all this good stuff. So I knew kind of what to do, but also I had this doctor introduced me to this thing called Whole30, which is just like a 30-day challenge to kind of cleanse your body, but it's very, very strict. And I wanted something that was so strict, but also didn't seem endless. You know, when you start a diet, you're like, well, I can't have anything for the rest of my life. You know, that's how you kind of feel. But this was just a 30-day challenge. And I was like, dude, I can do anything for 30 days. And I did. I quit everything cold turkey and I just started this challenge, which means Whole30 means you can't have any dairy. I didn't have dairy. You cannot have like any sugar. So I didn't have any kind of sugar. You cannot have like a lot of lentils or grains like wheat, starch, gluten, stuff like that. Like you can't really have any of that. I think like you could basically only have stuff from the earth, like in its pure true form. So like I was able to have potatoes and I was able to have vegetables and meat and eggs, and that was it. Like that's what I did. And after 30 days I had already lost like 20 something pounds. It was insane. Like I know this is not ideal, it's not gonna happen for everyone, but I think my body was like in such shock, like, hey, Carly, excuse me, what are you doing here? Like, are we dieting? Oh.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh, we're doing this? Okay. There goes 20 pounds. Like right off the bat, I lost 20 pounds just by, you know, cutting everything out cold turkey. After the 30 days, I was like, yo, like this is nice. Like it's not that bad. Like I can do it another 30 days. So you have your one like meal, your cheat meal. And I did it again for another 30 days. Of course, I was still visiting my doctor and like talking about it because you don't want to do anything without talking to your doctor first. I'm not on here to like give you guys advice on what to do and what to diet. This is just me personally. It's not sustainable for a long period of time. It's a 30-day challenge for a reason. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it just is what got me going and got me on my health journey. Okay. That's my little disclaimer here. But I started doing more, and then I switched to like a paleo diet, which is very similar, but a little bit more lenient. And then I was weightlifting, and like the weight was just falling off. Like I was in the gym every day, an hour or 2 hours a day. I fell in love. Like even still to this day, I love the gym. Like I love feeling strong and weightlifting, and I'm not to like pat my own back or whatever, but I'm pretty strong. So I love like that feeling of just being super strong in the gym. And I lost almost 100 pounds that year. I lost like 90 something pounds. It was the most amazing feeling ever. And I did I shouldn't say unfortunately, I did get pregnant with my second son. Not unfortunately, I love him very much, but unfortunately for my body, I got pregnant with my second son. So I gained a little bit of weight, and then we had COVID and everything where the gyms were closed and I had to do stuff at home, and it was very stressful. Being transparent here, I suffered from postpartum depression and anxiety really bad for a while after having my second child. So there was a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I still remained consistent. I still was like, I have to work out at least 5 days a week for my mental health. I remained consistent. Now, my diet wasn't always that great. It's had its ups and downs. I've managed to lose maybe half of the baby weight. I still have half more. I know it's not me. Like I'm trying my best. It's slowly but surely getting back to where I need to be. But overall, I'm way healthier than I was 5-6 years ago. Like extremely more healthy in every way, shape, and form. I'm strong. I have so much more endurance. Even though I gained weight from my second pregnancy, that I still haven't lost all of it yet. I still have like 20 pounds of it still attached to me. Even with that, like my body looks better, looks different, because I've gained so much muscle and like toned my body. I've done all this, and all these good things for myself and for my life, all because I decided one day in 2018, February 19th, 2018, which was my son's 4th birthday, I decided I'm gonna quit my bad habits cold turkey, and I'm gonna start focusing on my health, and I will be, not I can be, not I want to be, I will be the mom that my son deserves.
To that I say amen. To that I say all right, all right, all right.
I will be. And now I have 2 boys, and every day I keep this in my mind, like, Carly, you're doing this, and I know it's hard, but you're doing this so that you can be there for your kids. Health is so important. I want to see my great-grandkids, my great-great-grandkids maybe, I want to be here as long as possible. So that's what I'm doing. I know it was a very different story today than what you guys are used to, maybe not as funny as usual, but I felt like this is a perfect time to share a little bit more about me and my life and everything. I know YouTube can be brutal sometimes, so please bear with me. Please, no hate. This was just my experience and everything. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you do have a better understanding of the slang phrase cold turkey. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video.